mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, you love me and I love you. Putting on for my people, the love for heroes, building community. Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? 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 Hear me now.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Can You Hear Me Now by GoneMad Presents. My name is Vicki Merriweather, and my guest host is none other than the renowned Dr. Cheryl Clark Brown.
Thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And behind the scenes, whose voice you may hear ever so often, is Jovette Newton.
Good morning to you. We bid you adieu.
So today we're going to be talking about rest for resilience. Now hear me now. Rest for resilience, the vital importance of downtime for the body and mind. And I'm going to let Dr. Clark just say a little bit about where you can find her and, well, who she is and where you can find her.
Hello, hi. I am Dr. Cheryl Clark Brown, owner of Clark Brown Family Care Clinic. We are located right behind the, right next to the Social Security office here in Papados at 1033 La Posada, Suite 210. Here in
Yeah.
Austin, Texas.
C'est pour mate. One of the best physicians in this city, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best physicians ever.
Thank you.
So the reason I thought about this topic, number one, especially with you, is because it never fails that if I'm in the office, you're going to be talking about get your rest.
Yes.
And are you taking your trips?
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking care of your body? Are you doing the things that your downtime?
Mm-hmm.
And don't think I hear you.
Yes.
And it's been really important. And part of that is that got me years ago on the reset, that this first part, the structure of the show, part of it we're going to be talking about is rest, refocus, and rediscover. And when I started thinking about reset, it was many years ago, I think, well, a couple of years ago, right after Dad died.
Mm-hmm.
And I had skipped all of my wellness stuff.
Yes.
And I had forgotten. It just wasn't on my mind, really. But it really made me begin to think, what are you doing to your body physically and emotionally, but especially physically, because we don't really understand how that ties into our mental, or how our mental ties into that physical health.
They go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand. So when you think about it, and it's crazy because we were just talking about burnout, not really burnout, but fatigue. What do you see when you see people as far as common signs of burnout and fatigue?
Yes, and I want to say also, I agree with you when the physical and the mental both play together, because if you don't take care of one or the other, they're going to affect each other. And you can maybe take care of one and not taking care of the other will bring you down.
Yes, it will.
So you have to basically take care of both at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part, because sometimes we can take care of our physical, but we forget about the mental. And we might do our mental and not do the physical. So, yes, it's important to make sure you're taking care of both ends. And one thing that I commonly see in the office or with my patients that is a sign of burnout is chronic fatigue, of course. Even when the patient is exercising, eating what they're supposed to eat, sleeping their required amount of hours, they're still fatigued, sign of burnout. Headaches that you can't explain, because that fatigue is allowing you not to get the appropriate rest that you're getting. So there's oxygen levels in the body that's affected. So headaches, okay? And then brain fog, cloudiness, because, hey, you're tired, you're burnt out. Cloudiness, irritability, because you know that you're getting burnt out, but you still got to keep going, so you become irritable with the things that you're doing. So I see a lot of that in signs of burnout. And of course, the blood pressure going high, cholesterol being high, those things that I can see in the lab, but in the physical part, what I can actually see, those are some things that I see.
Yeah. Well, it tickles me because I walk in and first thing, are you taking care of yourself? I'm trying. It's those things, but I like what you said, especially with the rest, because sometimes at night, I can tell in the week that if I don't get the required amount at night, and I'm learning, I get fussed at for not drinking water, but it's and all the time. Are you drinking your water?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sleeping at night?
Yes.
And are you exercising? Are you eating the correct things?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm grateful because one thing I do know with you is you take a holistic kind of approach as well.
Yes. Yes.
And that's important.
Yes, ma'am.
Because this stuff that with the gut too.
Yes.
Is really paying attention to your body and what your body's saying.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And we don't, because we get into that mode where we're constantly moving, constantly feeling like
got to do more.
Like we got to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we have some responsibilities we have to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
But I started thinking, if I'm not here, how can I take care of the responsibilities that I have? And so it's like, I don't really have to do anything. There are some things I can put off in order to take care of me, so that I can continue to do the things I need to do.
You said something excellent. Putting some things off so that I can take care of myself. A lot of us don't feel like we can do that. We feel so obligated to what we're doing or obligated to who we're with or what we're doing that we feel like we can't say, hey, pause for a minute. I need me. But what we have to remember, if you don't take that pause, you're not being your full, true self.
Mm-mm.
You're not. So you have to learn to say, hey, hold on a minute. Let me get me right for a second. And then I can come back and deal with this, this, and this.
Well, I know for a
And you can
reset,
deal with it better, in a better mindset.
Yes, because if you're tired or fatigued or you feel burnt out or you feel stressed, and some of the stress that we're feeling is a result of the things that are going on. But
Exactly.
it's when I start to feel the things, it's important for me to do a reset and recognize I have to listen to my body. And we get so focused on thinking about things. We overthink. Our emotions are important, but we can't allow them to dictate what we do. Because if I get caught up in, well, I'm feeling sad. Okay, so that's fine. What are you doing with that? I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling that way. Or we'll let our feelings dictate our behavior.
Exactly.
Or we'll let our thoughts dictate our behavior. And sometimes both of those can be kind of based on experiences that we've had in our past that we're not dealing with. And it can cause our bodies to begin to shut down.
Yes.
And that's where that movement, too, and we'll get into that a little later, can be important. So when I start to feel tired, there's one or two things I'm going to do. I'm going to lay down.
Exactly.
And then I begin to recognize you need to start moving. But I feel like, for some reason, and we did talk about this a little earlier, is that this week, the last couple of weeks, my body's been like shutting down. I cannot do, I don't want to do, or I don't feel like doing anything beyond those things I need to do.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimum. And that's not the best way to. And so I know at this point I need to kind of step back and take a reset. And we talk about, how do you reflect? How do you assess where you are, both mentally and physically? My body tells me.
And one thing, too, when you get back to that reset period, one thing that I want people to do, and I think is really important when you reset, you can't think about nobody else on how you reset. You must reset for yourself, by yourself. No outside influence. Reset on what is important for you. Because if you resetting on what's important for everybody else, you ain't resetting.
True.
You just charm yourself up to keep going. You have to reset on what's important for you. What's not a reset.
It's kind of,
and that's hard.
For us sometimes, and I'm saying us, black women especially, we get caught up in what everybody else is doing. Making sure everybody else is okay. And making sure everybody else is okay, and kind of moving toward the expectations of what other people think we need to be doing.
Exactly.
And that kind of stuff, that kind of thinking will shorten our lifespan.
It will. It will. Because you're not living your true destiny, you're living somebody else's.
And that's crazy.
Just think about getting up every day to do something to please somebody and not pleasing yourself. You can't do that.
And that's when I know I need to reset.
You're going to crash and burn.
Yeah.
You're going to crash and burn because you're not a robot. You can program yourself to do something for so long. Yes, your body is strong enough to do it, but it's going to come a breaking point. And what we have to do as human beings, we're all programmed to do some things. We're told to go to work. We're told to do this. We're told to do that. So unfortunately, we're all programmed to do certain things, but we have to learn to stop that program and get back on the reset.
That's hard.
It's hard because that's what we all programmed to do.
You know, and it takes time. I'll say this, it takes thinking, because we look at that programming. That programming is not just a today thing. It's ancestral thing. It's a system thing, and it's a cultural thing. And I say that because we look at where we started and how the things we've adopted.
Amen.
And our people that push through. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. And
feel like we got something to prove.
Exactly. Yeah, that one. And that'll make you keep moving when you don't want to.
Exactly.
And doing things you don't want to do. So we look at the reset, and you think, what is important to that? How do you get that mental clarity so that you can understand, I need to take a break? It's, for me, it's looking at, this is where I am. These are the things I want to accomplish. But where I am right now, if I keep moving the way I'm moving, I'm not going to be able to get there.
Exactly.
So it's me taking a day or hour or a couple of minutes during the day so that I can begin to think, where are you going? And what are you doing? How are you moving? Is it that important that you do this, or is it important that you do that? Looking at,
it's very important,
my own goals.
Yes.
And I'm saying the goals because we talk about the work that God has given us to do. And that's part of it, just sitting back, looking at how God has created us and what he's allowing or purposing for us to do as an individual.
Amen.
And, you know, I admire, this is probably a side note, because I admire you so much because of the work that you've done and the work that you've done in your own life over the years.
Thank you.
And most people wouldn't know. But you put a lot of work in.
Yes, good.
And against a lot of odds, and that's other people saying what you couldn't do.
Yeah.
But you've done some fantastic work. So
thank you, sweetheart.
And you're talking about
good grace of God.
Bedside manner. I was like, you don't have doctors that spend time with you. And I think you do that because you're mindful of how you take care of yourself. And you're good, you've got other people in your life that you care about.
I do.
But you're going to take care of you.
Got to. Because if I don't take care of me, I can't take care of them. I might try, and I might can do it, but it ain't going to be to the best way that I can. So I got to take care of me first so I can make sure I'm doing what I need to do for them, right?
You're
Not
right.
half.
No.
Fully.
Fully. Yeah, because I walk in the office some days as a patient, and the stuff I get out of that office, I go home and I tell my family, I think she's semi-prophetic. Not semi, I think she's just prophetic. I'm like, get up. Anyway, so you look at what you want. Determine what you want for your life.
Yes.
And not what people want. Like, I want to travel. I want to continue the work that I do. But I want to also incorporate things I look at the way I want to move.
Exactly.
And we think that, especially when we get older, is that we have to sit down and do some things. We can't continue to do the things that we would have done if we were younger. I may do it different, but I can continue to do it.
Yes.
And that's what I look at. How do I want to move through the rest of my life? And that's where that reset comes in. And it's a kicker. I mean, it's one of those things that starts to kick me in my behind, really. It's because I don't want to be one of those people that are sitting down or forced to sit down.
Thank you.
On a permanent note.
Thank you.
I mean, it's okay because sometimes I get sat down because I ain't done what I needed to do. But I don't want that to be a permanent thing.
Exactly.
So I have to go back and say, how you living, Vicki? How you moving? Go see your doctor. Go see somebody, talk to your friends, do whatever, but make sure you're looking at how you living. And that's why it's important to do that.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I think a lot of us sometimes we get so bound up in our responsibilities, our duties, you know, our our roles that we just keep going. And we figure, oh, I'm going to have time for that.
Mm-mm.
You're not guaranteed. So we have to learn how to also stop putting off for later what we can do right now.
That's crazy.
And I'm learning to do that because I feel like in my lifetime, because I've had to sacrifice so much and do so much, I did put off a lot of things. Oh, I can do that later, but right now I need to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I feel like I've kind of missed out on some things because I had to sacrifice. So right now it's like my reset, because you were saying this while my reset is I want to refocus on what's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's important to me right now, because yes, I am aging. And I don't want to be to that point where I am sitting down and looking back and saying, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Man, that's a hard thing to do.
Yes, shoulda, coulda, woulda. So I want to make sure right now, you know, my kids are grown, you know, I'm mature in my practice. I want to do what makes me happy too. Not just continue doing what makes everybody else around me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Do what makes me happy, and that's why I want people to understand you have to get to a point in your life where you're going to have to say, I have to do what makes me happy. Yes, I have this hat that I wear, and I'm trying to make some people happy in those hats that I wear, but put your own hat on. Make yourself happy, and you're going to be able to wear those other hats that you're wearing more proudly and better, and feel good about wearing them, because guess what? You done something for you, not doing something for everybody else all the time.
And that's something else. I like the way you said that, those different hats.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
hats,
look in my head. I look in my head. I'm seeing this hat that's hanging on the wall that I forget sometimes to take and put it on myself, and that's mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 'cause
Me too.
the mother,
Me too.
the therapist,
Mm-hmm.
the friend, all the other things.
Aunties,
Oh yeah.
siblings, you know,
And
friends, confidants. It's just so many hats that we wear. So yeah, put your hat on, baby. Put your hat on.
Yeah, it is. So when we talk about refocus, I'm kind of going by the outline a little bit.
Yes.
But when we talk about refocus, the first thing on here is self-care. And the craziness of it is, and I've said it before, we think self-care. And I'm not saying it's not a part of it. It's me going to get the massage, or me going to do, get my nails done, feet done, and all that. There's a different part of self-care. And I had to rethink that, but it means me taking care of myself. And I was just telling my cousin the other day, because I see you next week, I was like, I can't remember the last mammogram I had. I know it was last year.
Yeah.
But even those kinds of things, we put off our physical. And it's crazy because I'll ask my clients sometimes, when was the last time you went to your doctor? And they'll tell me maybe last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I'm like, what? Wait. That is not.
Because we look at ourselves, this machine got it. I still got flesh on these bodies, or my blood's still running. I can do it. We don't even think about that until something start breaking. But we got to start thinking about it before it starts breaking.
Be proactive about it.
Yes, when your body's giving you them symptoms and those signals, hey, check it out.
But we so used to being busy.
Yes, we are.
We keep moving.
I can do it. I can do it. Yes, you can, but at what cost? Yes, you can, but at what cost?
Big cost.
Big cost.
And then we don't have the time to do those things that we wanted to do. No. So self-care, what does it really mean, especially when it comes to our resilience? It means taking care of your physical health. And you did say earlier, it's like when you start to break down, you start to see high blood pressure. That was one of, and that was years ago. And my blood pressure shot up, and I started thinking, you better let these people go. You know,
You got to.
Seriously, there's some people I had to kind of step back from and put some brakes on and boundaries, because first thing out of my mouth, I'm not gonna let y'all kill me.
Exactly.
But we'll get to that point where we'll let people do that. So
Because that's what we used to doing.
Accepting everything and anything, yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that piece right there. So it's those things, and we talk about what we can adopt as far as self-care routines. How many times do we take and look at what that looks like? What does a routine look like? I don't want to get I don't want to be so scripted or moved in a way that is constant, that I can't incorporate some new things in my life.
There you go.
But when I found myself being more energetic when I was walking every single day, 45 minutes to an hour every single day.
Exercise is your recharge.
Man,
It is.
clear mind, energy.
We look at it as work, but yeah, it's work you're putting back into you, and it's going to make you feel good. It's not work you're doing for somebody else. It's work for you.
It is.
And that's how we got to look at it. We working for ourselves when we exercising so that we can feel better. And you do. You feel more energized. You're more focused. You sleep better. You feel better because you're doing something for you.
I'm doing something for me. And it's funny because I had a doctor tell me years, it wasn't this one next to me, but it was my surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, because I thought I was going to have knee surgery. And he said, don't walk. And I'm like, but I like to walk. I got to walk anyway, so I might as well get out there and walk. And so I started walking again. And when I went back to see him, he said, well, we're not going to do the knee surgery because you don't need to. But there was a reason. I started taking care of I did what I needed to do to take care of me. And I know coming in and talking to you about some of this stuff, I was like, I'm listening to you because my body is saying what you say would coincide with what I was feeling.
Exactly.
And so that made a difference. So I'm going to walk.
Yes. It's important. Some type of exercise, something every day. Some walking, some meditation, some yoga. Just do something. Give back to your body because we give out so much every day. You know, we can't expect our bodies to stay strong if we're not giving it back something.
You know, but most times for me, I will not lie. It's like I feel like, now it's not that I don't feel like, I will say that I don't have the time. It's not that I don't have the time. I don't want to take the time.
Make the time.
And we'll often say that, look, I don't have time for this and I don't have time for that.
Got to make time.
Got to make time. A time will be made for you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's
exactly. You got to make some time. You have to. And honestly, a lot of us sometimes we say we're going to need this hour. Don't do an hour. Just say, hey, give me 15 minutes. Most of us can etch out 15 minutes in our schedule. Start off with 15 minutes. And that 15 minutes going to go by so fast and you're going to feel so good. You're be like, no, 15 minutes ain't enough. I need more. So you kind of have to trick your mind and just say, I'm just going to do a little bit first. And as a little bit gets to be not enough, you're going to be nursing, hey, I need 30 minutes, I need an hour. And you're going to carve that time out because guess what? You know how good it make you feel.
Well, it's crazy because I laugh at myself sometimes when I first started walking. This is years ago. I had, no joke, whatever I was going to walk in the next morning, because I knew I had to walk in the morning, you know, like at 7 o'clock
Get
or
up.
6. Well, as soon as it got light out, as soon as I saw the sun come up, whatever I slept in, I was going to sleep in my sweat. I was going to sleep in my sweats and my T-shirt and my shoes would be sitting. And because I'd have to push myself out there.
Yes.
It's like, let me just get up and go. Because if I have to change clothes.
It ain't happening.
And it might not. But when I started getting into the habit and I started feeling good, then I could say, okay.
You're going to get them to change them clothes and go.
Yeah, then I would do that. Because then it didn't feel like. A
chore.
It felt like I did not have a choice because my body and my mind, I was feeling so good.
Yes.
That if I didn't get that 45 minutes to an hour in, that walk, I didn't feel good.
I remember you telling me about your walk. I got to hit it. I say, I'm so proud of you.
Now I got to get it back. That's just...
Walk it out.
That's she'll call me every so often, Miss Jovette, you got time to go for a walk? And I'll be like, but
just pull out, Jovette.
Yeah, we gonna get back out there. Yeah, we gonna get back out there. And it's crazy because Jovette will walk while she's at work, and I used to. And I never think that while I'm sitting in that office waiting for people.
Go on down on that pavement and hit it. But it's getting cooler. We're gonna pull each other out.
Yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna do that. So look at what you like doing, because I like walking.
Yes.
Meditating, I'm getting there. But one of the things I do know is breathing.
Yeah.
Because even with me some days, I'll sit and just stop. You know, it's like I feel myself not breathing. And then I have to take those deep breaths.
And you know what? So many of us do that, and we don't even know that we're doing it. We don't. We don't. And that's why I just tell people once an hour, just in through your nose, blow it out your mouth. Get yourself a good deep breath, because you don't realize it. Sometimes you writing or doing something and you holding your breath until you finish. Why? I don't know, but that's what you do.
It's almost, and it's something that's vital that we need to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And we forget that we need to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I've read somewhere that even those deep breaths, like you say, has saved various people's lives.
Yes, they
just to take the good deep breath.
You'll feel your body just kind of come back down.
Mm-hmm.
You'll feel it come back down after those good in through your nose and out your mouth breath. Just take your time and do it.
And so that's
And you'll
part
be like,
of it.
oh.
It makes a difference.
Yes, it does.
It makes a difference. I always try and feel mine going up into my brain, because sometimes my mind needs
Yes.
to feel that emptiness.
Just bring it back out.
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
One of the things I like to do is read. Now, hobbies, I'm not a big hobby person, like painting or coloring or doing that kind of thing. Some people do have other hobbies that they do. I like reading.
Disconnect. Get your hobby and disconnect.
That's it. And we do
Disconnect
need to,
with it.
because we can't always be thinking about the things that we have to do. Those things we need to do. I'm not going to, I tell my clients sometimes, especially those that are the same color as I am, there's a couple of things you have to do in life. There's only two. Now, there's some things that may be required. There's two things that I have to do.
Exactly.
Let's stay black and die.
Amen.
The rest of it, you can kind of play with.
Maneuver it.
Yeah, but that one, so we can make some changes.
Yes,
we
we
can
can.
look at how we're doing things and make the changes we need to make. So I look at that. So on our health, explore the relationship between rest and physical health. And you did give us a little bit on that. So what does that look like?
So your rest and your physical health. One thing we must know is that your rest is your recharge. You're resting when you sleeping at night. That's when your body goes into recovery mode. So the less sleep that you get, the less time that your body has in recovery. So we just can't look at it as just rest. It's your recovery period. It's your recovery period, and you got to look at it like that.
It is. So, because I'm getting trained in EMDR, and it talks about that REM sleep, and we don't recognize how important getting that sleep right there is.
It's very important.
And
recovery.
So many of us have a hard time, and I've been there, sleeping 6 to 8 hours a night, because we'll wake up in the middle of the night, or we won't go to bed on time. And part of it is what we're doing prior to laying down.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty, but because there's a TV in my room.
It's mine too.
and I will tell people that really cannot sleep well, take it out. Leave your phone somewhere else.
Turn it off.
And that's what I started doing. Certain time of the night, I'm going to turn it off.
Yeah.
And it's not so that people can't reach me. It's so that I'm not pulling it toward me to go through it.
You're not disturbed when you're going into your recovery mode. Because a lot of people keep it on, and you get these beeps and everything. So, yeah, you sleeping, but you getting these little chimes into your brain that's messing with you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that. You're not waking up to that chirp, but your body felt that vibration.
It did.
Your body felt that ping.
It did.
In your sleep. You didn't wake up, but it offsets you. So just shut it down.
And I wonder, my phone, it's like we cannot get away from those phones. And then I think about when I was younger, we didn't have them. And so at a certain time of the night, if I heard the phone in the house, the regular old phone, the ones that plug into the wall, the old phones, before we had these mobile phones.
Yes. Something important.
There's a slight possibility I wasn't going to answer that. I may get in trouble because at that time, my dad was still living and, being a pastor, he never knew what kind of call was going to come in. But I probably, if I answered the phone, I wouldn't give it to him at times. Because I'm like, what do you
want? He's trying to rest.
He's trying to rest. And what can he do for you at
right now?
11 or 12 o'clock at night, especially if you're a child of God that you don't know how to do for yourself.
Amen.
And now that was me. He did tell Vicki, Lynn, don't be doing that. But the reality of it is.
Yes.
even now, that's one reason I started putting my phone away, because at a certain time of the night, there's not a whole lot that I can do if somebody calls me with some stuff. And I can't properly handle things.
You done woke up out your sleep.
So yeah, one of the things I started doing was turning it off.
People got to figure it out, and my husband always say, well, you need to keep it on alert, because what if one of the kids call with something? They're all grown. They can figure it out.
That's what
We
I
have
say.
to realize that they're grown just like we are now. We got little bitty ones, yes, but them grown ones, they got to figure it out. Because back in the day when we was kids,
We didn't have
we
phones.
had no cell phone. And when we got into some trouble, did we call mama? What we did? Figured it out.
We figured it out.
So we got to learn to allow this generation to do the same thing. They just so dependent. Oh, I need you right now. They study dialing your number over and over again. No, figure it out.
Yeah.
I had to. I made it.
Well, and I did too. You know, and that's
You don't have to be so available for people all the time. Learn to allow them to let that anxiety that they're finna put on you, work it out.
Yeah. You know, I never thought
Work
about
it
that.
out.
That anxiety.
People
they get-
calling you to put their anxiety and stress on you when you're choosing to pick that up and take it. It's your choice. Just because they call your number don't mean you have to pick it up.
No.
It's your choice to
They-
say, okay, I'm going to pick this up and take this, or I'm going to let them breathe it out.
And that made me. That's best for both of us because it lets me stay, like you say, on this side of the anxiety. I don't have that anxiety at night, so I can get to sleep.
Exactly.
For them, it's teaching them to handle their own business, right?
We learned. We still here.
I won't think we're
And we
doing too
strong.
bad. You know, but that's one of the things they tell you to do. Turn your phone off, put your phone away. It's not the blood that runs through your body. That phone is not vital.
It's not.
And so
Put
that's one
mine
of the
down
things.
all the time, whenever I can.
Put it down. And put it in another room. If it's so, don't let it be so attached to you. The other thing is turn those lights off. Turn the TV off.
Turn down the noise.
Turn down the noise. Not just the noise that you can hear, but the noise in your head. But you can't turn the noise off in your head if you got noise going on around you.
Amen. You can't.
No,
You can't rest peacefully.
no. And so it's those things that I cannot control. Like I let go of before I go to bed because you'll be thinking about it,
Sure will.
and it'll
I
interrupt your
wonder
sleep.
why you wake up unrested. Excuse me.
Because I be thinking about stuff too much. I'm listening to other stuff.
You didn't rest well.
Can't rest
Because your
well.
mind was going.
But that is one of the things we need to do is get your sleep protocol, get your rest protocol, whatever it takes for you to do that, because you can't do nothing unless you fully rested. Doing what
You're not
Dr. Clark is
functioning
doing
at your
over there.
maximum.
And drink some water.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Keep that blood rushing.
Keep that blood rushing. So that rest and physical health. And we think rest is me laying down going to sleep. It is. Rest sometimes can be just getting a mental break.
Yes.
Taking a mental break.
Not being available for people that want you to be available all the time.
Just doing that.
Be on your time.
Be on your
It's
time.
okay to be on your time. Some of us don't feel like we can be on our time sometimes. We always got to be on somebody else's schedule or be on this timeline. No, you don't.
Either showing up because we think, I don't know, we get this thing in our heads, I need to be seen. No.
No, you don't.
I don't have to be. If I'm doing what I'm say, like, if I'm called to do a certain thing, if I'm purposed by God to do a certain thing, that's when I need to show up. That other stuff, I'm learning I don't always have to show up.
You don't. Me too.
You know, it's
Me too.
not.
And I feel better that way.
Yes, ma'am.
There's less pressure on you that way.
Yes, it is.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. You're trying to do this. That's too much pressure. You're always trying to figure out how you're going to get this and how you're going to get this. When do you have time to
Breathe.
And then you wonder why you feel so
You know,
wound up.
I looked at my schedule the other day, and it was
Take some of
it was
that
2 or
off.
3 events on the same day, and I started laughing. I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. And if I've hit a full week, and I don't work Fridays, yeah, and there's very few times that I'm gonna show up outside of 1712 on a Friday. because that's one of the only days that I can take and say I'm
Yes.
not doing anything. Because Saturdays I may be at a workshop or something else.
Something else that requires your time.
But if even on a Saturday, if I don't feel like I
Take
need
it.
to do it, I'm not going to do it.
Take it.
And I'm not going to move outside of my house if my body is not feeling well.
Exactly.
Because I've missed some events when my body says, hey, you go if you want to. That's not going to make sense.
And you got to learn to listen.
And so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just days or things that I recognize I don't have to do this.
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
We don't think it's going to be all right, but it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
You realizing it's all right to stay at home and forego that. It's okay.
And somebody said to me, or used to say all the time, if you think you're that important, die and find out what happens.
It's going to continue on doing what it's been doing.
Exactly. So I took that as a lesson.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth, though.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
And the other thing.
Hard truth, but it's the truth.
It's the truth.
Mhm.
And so my reliance on who created me, and it's God,
Mm-hmm.
is there.
Amen.
And if it said don't go,
Don't go.
then I'm not going to go
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't make sense.
It's not for you.
And for me to be somebody that I'm not, to show up when I don't, to show up at places that I'm not supposed to show up because of people's expectations, can cause me some stuff. If I show up when I don't need to show up, I'm showing up because of people's expectation. You know,
I stopped that, cuz.
yeah. And what we don't understand is, I want to, I want to be able to be financially stable.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a God thing. That's not a people thing.
Sure, man.
And He'll open that door for me to do that with.
Amen.
I don't. If He says go, then I'll go. But if He says I don't, that's not required.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Don't
required.
do it. And a lot of us, if we learn to listen to that aspect of ourselves, we'll be a whole lot healthier and a whole lot happier. Because there are a lot of times when our body may tell us, hey, you ain't supposed to be doing that. But we can be like, no, so-and-so want me to be there. Here I go. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Exactly. And it took me a while to learn that one. And sometimes I still feel it. And I'll just lay there and think about it for a minute, and but until it's too late, then I was like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
You know,
You can't.
no.
Just gotta learn to protect your energy.
Especially in this, say that again.
Learn to protect your energy.
Especially in this climate.
Mm-hmm. Stop
Because
letting it
it's-
get drained unnecessarily.
It is. So, mention the role of professional health consultations. My doctor, therapists, trainers, those people that are professionals around you that can help you stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy, I know. And it's, I hear this ever so often. I don't need to go to no doctor.
I'm all right. Yeah, you're all right.
It's just a normal ache and pain that comes with age. I'm going to ask, I'm feeling this, so what's going on? We have to ask those questions. When you feeling outside yourself or you feel an indication that something is wrong, don't let it just exist
Yeah.
and act like it's normal. It may be.
Yeah.
But I'm not a physician.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to try and diagnose myself.
Leave it to them people that are there to do it for you.
And that's what they're supposed to do. Mental health. We think, I don't need to see a therapist.
Yeah. That's what
There's
they're
some
there
connections
for.
that we don't understand that are hurting us that we thought we were over with. Really. There was a situation that came up a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, I thought I was done with this. But and I may be in a certain aspect, but when stuff started coming up now, I need to look at why. But if I'm not doing that and I can't process it on my own, and I'm not understanding that this is still tailing you, you need to kind of work
Find
through
a way
it.
to work it out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, oh, I'm going to work it out. I'm going to be okay. Well, how are you going to work it out to be okay? Because all you're doing is putting a blanket over it. And we don't want to talk to people because, they don't want to tell people what's going on. They don't want to be judged. They don't want nobody to tell them what to do. But it's not about that. So if you don't want to go to anyone that's in your circle and talk to them, go to someone that ain't in your circle. Find a therapist. Therapist is someone who doesn't even know you. And someone that you can find that you can talk and get it out and receive the unbiased opinion.
Exactly.
That's what it's for.
And with us, and
To
same
help
with
you process.
is we're held to a certain standard. You're held to a certain standard. What you say in the room with us has to stay there. We can't go out talking about it because
Exactly.
we'll get in trouble for that.
Exactly.
So we've been trained. Yeah, man. That HIPAA law is something else. What it says is I'm not allowed to talk about anything that's talked to me in a certain way.
Exactly. It stays right there.
Because I know a lot of folk, and some folk that I know maybe end up in my space. But what they tell me when they're in that office
Stays right there.
stays right there. And it's
Me too.
always been like that.
Me
Because
too.
unless you give me permission, then I'm not going to go out there and talk to somebody else about your stuff. Because that's not
It's not.
it's not professional. No, it's not ethically correct either.
And you want a person to be able to come in and relax and let everything go, knowing that what I let go in here with Dr. Clark or Miss Vicki, it's going to stay right here.
It's going to stay right here. And it does and I feel I've been able to do that because I'm not going to sit there and tell somebody else that. Because look, nobody wants to. You can't I don't want to tell my secrets to somebody that I feel like is going to be judge me about that.
Me too.
Or going to go back and share it because you know what she said. I'm not going to do that.
Because I have to admit, there was a time in my life, when I needed that therapist. Losing my son and. At that point, I was a doctor. I was afraid of what that therapist is going to put on paper. Is that therapist going to say, oh, well, yeah, she's going through too much. Maybe she shouldn't be seeing other patients. So I did not go get that therapy because of what I thought would be judged against me because I'm still taking care of patients in the midst of what I'm going through.
Yeah, but see, we've been trained. Some of us have been trained. There are certain things that we don't put on paper for that very reason.
But see, I didn't know if I could trust that person.
And I can understand
And I think that's why a lot of people feel that way. But now I feel like I cheated myself because knowing that person, whatever I got to say is supposed to stay right there. And I didn't go get that extra help that I needed because of my ignorance.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to let their ignorance keep them from getting that help.
Well, the only thing I have to tell somebody, if you tell me you're going to commit suicide, I got to talk about it.
Yeah, me too.
If you tell somebody...
You want to hurt somebody, I got to say something.
Yeah. Abuse, child abuse, elderly abuse, I want to talk about those things. But I'm going to tell you up front before I even make mention.
Exactly.
That I'm going to tell somebody else.
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you first before I do that.
Exactly.
But we have to understand that we need to be able to talk to somebody. We need to have people in our lives we can be open with.
Exactly.
And if
it's
that's
necessary.
It's very necessary. And I know some days, because I walk in, like I talk to you, and we talk to each other. And I watch you, and I like, come on now. And you'll tell me the same thing. Like, you can't take on too much. You got to be able to process stuff yourself, because sometimes we do take on a lot.
We do. We do.
So we look at that. So, but even look at the professionals and find somebody that fits you, that
you feel
comfortable with. Trainers, I have one in my house that I don't use too much. Candace is a great trainer, but and I need to. I don't know all the muscles and how they work in my body.
Yes.
So if you feel like that's what you need to do, if that's important to you, getting those muscles right, I'll walk. And I'm also recognizing I need to start doing some weight training, especially as we get older.
Exactly.
Because that muscle in your bottom, and you can talk a little bit about what happens with the muscle when we let it not do, when we lazy with it. I'll put it to you like that.
The muscle never really forgets what it's supposed to do. I will tell you that. But if you don't use that muscle, it will atrophy. Now, if it stays to the point to where it's atrophy and you don't use it again, then guess what? It may come to the point to where it won't work again. But if you save it to the point to where it still has that memory from the brain, it can wake back up.
So that means even at this stage, at 64, I can get in there and do some weight training and wake that thing
Get up under
down.
that bar, Vicki.
Yes.
Get up under that bar.
All right, Joe.
Yes.
Now she does weight. She does heavy lifting. I'm like, girl, look, I don't know about all that. But who says I can't? You know, it's just gonna take a little time for me to get there. And we make this excuse. Yeah, I have arthritis supposedly. I ain't felt that though. It's crazy. And when I told you a while back, I was diagnosed with RA.
Yes.
I hadn't had a symptom.
I don't believe it, but
I'm not saying I don't know what's dormant or what, but I haven't felt that. I haven't had a flare in years.
I watch your joints. I don't see it in your joints either.
The arthritis, now my knees, I may feel it, but I'm not feeling that.
I don't see rheumatoid changes in your body.
See? That's what you get for having a good doctor. Somebody else will tell you one thing, somebody else will tell you something, but this is what, again, I listen.
Yeah.
And so those things should not keep you from doing the weight training.
Exactly.
And a good trainer will tell you what you can and what's going to hurt you and what's not. But your body's going to tell you as well.
And just know that it doesn't, like you say, it don't matter what age you are. You can still retrain your body and your muscles to do what you need them to do.
See, I told you.
Dedication, right diet, you can get it there.
I say what.
Long as this bad boy is still working and sending signals, you're going to be all right. You can do it.
That brain. So get the brain straight so you can keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
I laugh. I used to laugh about this one because I'm on age backwards. That don't mean I want to look young.
Exactly.
But we don't have to get sedentary either and let our bodies just go downhill. Keep it moving.
It can be a little bit. It don't have to be so straight. It can be,
So yeah, I'm gonna start.
Yes.
I see it all the time.
And you just feel better when you got some type of exercise in your body, in your life. You feel better, and honestly, that's why we call them gym rats, because they feel good.
In the gym,
it's a certain energy. It's a certain peace that they get from that. It really is, and we be like, oh, they just got to go to the gym because it's something that they're getting from that.
Yeah.
And if we start doing it for ourselves, whether it don't have to be the gym, it can be your walk, it can be your yoga mat, it can be whatever.
Do something. Now, I'm going. I don't know why in my head I'm finna put myself on the back on a chopping block. It's this stuff right here. What does it do when you don't drink it? What does it do? But what happens when you drink more water? And how much do you think you're supposed to get?
So I'm gonna make this analogy real quick, and then I'm gonna start talking. Think about all your plants at the house, right? Okay. When they're fully watered, they vibrant and they're pretty and, sitting up strong, right? If you give them a little bit of water, they might brown a little bit, but they still standing up, right? So, but if you don't give them no water, what they do? Fall over and die. So if you ain't drinking no water, you're going to get to that point because we're 75 to 80% water, okay? But if you have to, that water, you might be all right. But you're going to still have some little brown frizzle parts. So that's why those of us that semi-drink our water, we may be okay, but we still got some parts over there that's dying off. You still got some good stuff keeping it going, but you got this part over here that ain't working so great. So when we're not drinking enough water, our liver and our kidneys, which are the detoxes of our bodies, they're not functioning as well as they should. So the things that they're supposed to be getting rid of, they're staying clogged up in you.
And that's not sodas. That's not tea. That's not
things that you break down from your food. I mean, stuff that we eat every day, right? Our body is built to protect itself. So the kidney and the liver pull certain things out of this food that we ain't supposed to be having, right? But if that liver and kidney ain't working the way it's supposed to work, okay, or that gut is not evacuating the way it's supposed to evacuate, those things that liver and kidney took out gets right back into your bloodstream. And then guess what? You got to work to get it out again. So hydrate that body so it don't have to double work so hard.
And then,
hydrate that body. Hydrate it. Amen.
Yes.
Well, you'll walk in my office someday and look at me and say, you drinking too much tea. I know.
Yes, I do.
And I started laughing.
Because you got two things in there that dehydrate you. Caffeine and sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's all good.
All right, Jovette, because she get on me about that water as well. It's crazy. My daughter gets on me about my water. You get on me about my water.
It's one of the most abundant things in the world. That's why God made it that way, because it's important.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, I know. Let me quit wasting mine and have a sip.
Some of us, we do work,
Mm-hmm.
and we're looking at fitness and how you incorporate that into your life on a daily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working all day. You get 15-minute breaks. You get an hour-long break, and there's nothing wrong with getting out there and doing a little bit of something while you in the office. And in fact, it helps you get through that day,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you have a job where you're sitting. Well, I sit all day most times. Y'all be moving. I'm watching y'all in the office
Just going.
just moving around.
But a lot of people say, well, I'm moving all day long. I'm exercising. No, you're not. That's wear and tear. Exercise is consecutive movement without stopping. Walking, whatever you're doing. But that moving back and forth throughout the office all day, that's not exercise.
I don't know.
That's wear and tear. It's wear and tear.
On some days,
Because
y'all
you're up and down, you sit, you talk, you go. So that's not exercise. You're moving your body, but it's wear and tear. So exercise, you ain't focused on nothing else but what you're doing at that time. So it's like you're honing in on yourself when you exercise. You ain't thinking about nothing else. When you're at the office, you got all this other stuff for your mind. Yeah, your body moving and going, but you ain't focused on your muscles and your blood flow and all of that. You're thinking about other stuff. That's wear and tear.
And if you're in a good fitness program, even with walking, strength training, yoga, whatever it is that moves your body, you have to be thinking. I know for me, I need to be thinking about the movement. And even when I'm walking, I have to be thinking about the breath.
Yes.
And so those things, I can't have all that other junk going on through my head. Not if I'm doing it intentionally intentionally.
Yes.
I have to be focused on the breath. So there's two things I'm going to be doing. As I walk, my breathing is going to be in rhythm to my walking, especially when I start moving fast.
Exactly.
And or Jovette and I out there, and she got me walking 2 or 3 miles. In order for me to get out there and keep doing it, or 4 or 5 or whatever. The last time we were walking, how far did we go? It was about, I don't know, felt like that.
It wasn't too bad. It was only like an hour and a half.
It was like, I ain't talking to nobody, including you right now. I gotta breathe. And that's vital, but it's important. And it does 2 things. It clears our minds.
Yes.
And it makes our body move.
It does.
So I like that.
It does.
Now, let's talk about this inner peace piece. This inner peace. How do you get your inner peace?
How do I get my inner peace?
Yeah.
I have to tone everything else out. I can't think about nothing, nobody, no one. It's just me and what makes me happy. And that's where my inner peace comes from. And I have to tell myself, don't feel bad about how nobody else going to think about what I'm doing or what I choose. Just do it for me.
Yeah.
And that's where I find it. And I disconnect.
Yeah.
I just disconnect. I don't want TV. I don't want the phone. I don't want nothing. I just want to be in peace with the world, with the outdoors. That's my inner peace. Just sitting and being quiet sometimes.
And you will say that. I watch you.
Sitting and being quiet.
Yeah. Well, mine comes the same way in a situation, in certain ways, because I'll lay there. I'll get in my bed and lay down. But it's not that I'm laying there. It's this weight. Because I'll pull these blankets over me, and I'm done. And it's not that I'm asleep. I'm just kind of just de-stressing.
Decompressing.
Or either walking. For me, that's another place. Because then if I'm walking, it's a way of doing it. Talking, of course, prayer, reading the word and let that kind of sink in. Yeah, most times I'll start reading the word, it's going to do some other stuff to my mind because I'm going to be processing some things. But even talking to friends, talking to people, just some days I'll walk in and I'll have a slight conversation with you. And And that makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
We don't recognize that sometimes just having a conversation with somebody who you know cares about you
Exactly.
would make a big difference.
Just make you just relax.
And so, and
It
that
does.
encourages you. But I like what you say, what makes you happy? And it's crazy that some people don't know what makes them happy because they've gotten so caught up in expectations and drama, whatever is going on. And I'll ask questions like, what makes you happy? I don't know anymore.
When you find yourself at a point where you can't say what makes you happy, it's time to reset, refocus, and rediscover.
Yeah, it is.
It really is, because you've lost yourself in, and I ain't gonna say your life. You lost yourself in this life. Because when you're living your life, you're gonna be happy with your life that you're living. When you can't say what's making you happy, you're not living your life. Because if you're living your life, you're gonna be happy with it. You're living it for someone else.
That's the word. That's true.
Yeah.
It is so true.
When you're living your life, you're gonna be happy with it, because guess what? It's what you want to do. When you can't say what makes you happy, you ain't doing the things that make you happy.
That's
so you're not
crazy.
living your life. You're living something else. You're living it for something else, and that's not what we're put here for.
No, it's not. And we don't recognize it, though.
Yep.
You know, I wonder why we always think,
Your
especially
journey.
people in the church think I'm not going to say all of them, that we are not supposed to be, that we're put here to live a miserable life. Or you sit and you watch people, I watch people, and they don't seem happy. And they'll say, I'm happy. I'm like, okay. You don't look like that.
it.
It's something on you that says, it's that energy, like you said. We don't recognize energy fields are real.
They are.
And we can see it, and we'll get drawn into that or sucked into. You'll see yourself getting sucked into it. And I have to back up because I'm like, ooh, this is
Wait
a
a
very
minute, this is
unhappy
too
person
much.
right now. Yeah. And it's okay. It's time to wrap it up. Almost. But look at the things that make you happy, even if you have to write a list out of what you used to do and say, how can I recreate this in my life? Or maybe rediscover it. Find something that makes you happy, and you may find something new. You know, find something that you enjoy doing, and just do it. Don't make the excuse. Don't put it off and say, hey, I got another time. I got time to do this.
I can do it later, not necessarily.
I think the saddest thing we can do in life is say, I can do it later and never have the opportunity to do it.
Exactly.
And I don't think that's what God wants us to do either.
And I'm faced in a profession where I see that happens a lot. You know, yes, I wanted to do those things, but I can't now, Dr. Claude. So that's a constant reminder for me, hey, do it right now, because, hey, you're going to get to a point to where you're going to have to sit down and look at it too.
Well,
Close it out.
you know, you're right, we do. But I try and get people to rediscover. Even if you have to sit, let's look at this a different way.
Exactly.
Because if you're still breathing, you still have an
There
opportunity
you go.
to do.
Yes,
And that's
you
the way
do.
I look at life. So today I want you to just encourage anybody out there to look at life and how you're living it and do what makes you happy. Get your rest because it's vital to your life.
Yes.
And if you want to hear another recap or a replay of this, it'll be on GoneMad Productions YouTube channel. And we thank you for being here. And Dr. Clark,
Thank you.
if you need to
Thank
find
you for
her,
having me.
almost, it won't be the last time.
Yes.
Dr. Cheryl Clark Brown. If you Google her, you're going to find her. That's about the best of that. But
Thank
I'm glad
you.
you came.
Thank you so
It's
much.
always
My
a great
pleasure.
conversation. with
Yes,
you.
it is. Yes, it is.